out of my system.
Why?
I don't know. And also the Ferrari boys. Let me just say I actually love the whole grid. For one reason or the other. All 20 drivers.
All 20 drivers.
Yes.
That's
I cannot say I have a least favorite driver.
Okay. There's been an interesting discussion I've been seeing. Sorry.
You cannot like every single of the 20. Is it 20 drivers?
Yeah.
No.
Even
You
the
lie.
ones that haven't joined the sport yet.
No, you lie.
I like them.
Human beings have bias. From most likable to least likable. You cannot like Verstappen and like Hamilton.
Who don't you like?
No.
Don't be diplomatic.
I am. Who don't I like on that grid? I don't know.
Because you can open your
Do you
timeline
like Fernando
now.
Alonso?
I do a lot.
Smartest driver on the grid.
Him and
Is he?
Sainz, very
Smartest,
smart.
yes, smartest
Yes.
driver, but also a bit
He's 40,
complex.
I think
He's
he's 40.
complicated in
Yeah.
the
He's very old school.
yeah,
I
and,
mean,
and
he's
just a
been
complex
around for-
guy. Like
yeah.
you know those people who are not like you know those people that say this guy is so smart, but then you have to try and manage
Like
the
his move, he
smartness.
left- where did he leave last season and everyone thought he was going to remain?
He was with Alpine.
Alpine, and then he
Yes.
moved to
Then he came to Aston Martin.
Aston Martin.
Yes.
His main thing was when he won it with Renault twice back to back, and then he went to McLaren. Yes,
No, he was
it
with
McLaren?
Ferrari.
No, the where
No,
they
this
fought
was
with
Ferrari
Hamilton.
before.
Where did they
Oh,
fight? with
McLaren.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
old school like that. I'm old school like
At
that.
the time, Hamilton was at McLaren. Yeah.
That's what.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's
So
why he
so
won his
he
first championship.
Alonso was supposed to be the main guy,
Yes.
but then Hamilton was the team baby, and they yeah. So when he came in, Alonso was like, "By the way, cheers, me, I can't afford this." So he went to Ferrari.
let me ask. Cause okay,
Anyway.
fine. Obviously, the title has gone to Red,
Red
Bull.
Bull.
Everyone is fighting for P2. Who would you want to win P2
I think
for the constructors?
for the constructors,
yes.
I'm putting my money on Mercedes. Reason being, they honestly, for everything that's been going on, they deserve it. I have a bit of a soft spot for them, yeah. And secondly, I don't know. I think they've showed that despite them having a bad car, they've fought for it and they deserve P2. It's not like Ferrari. Ferrari have a better car, but
Their
I
strategy has
mean,
been iffy.
they've just been doing, a lot of bad things.
Let's circle back to the question I asked. Why is it that when there's a huge change in F1, the dominant team drops off, and the team that was maybe sort of shows up?
This is my theory. When you're on a winning streak, you're always, you're almost very short-sighted. Yes. So you're developing your car for the next season and the next season, that you don't really focus so much on preparing for the next era. So what happens? A team like Red Bull realized the hybrid era was not for them. And what they started doing is Huey started developing their current car, which is a beast of a car. You can tell they spent quite a bit of time developing that car. When like the era that just started now, it becomes a little bit challenging for you to modify your car because there's not so much time. Yeah, there's not so much time for you to prepare for the next season and to make such big changes because there's also restrictions within about how
what
much,
you can do,
what it is you can
how
do to
much
the
you
car.
can get away with, what's your
Exactly.
budget cap and stuff like that. Yeah.
Exactly. So my theory is that it's almost like you're always chasing the next win, that you do not really spend so much time developing.
So you either
long-term
maximize on now,
Yes.
then here and now, or if you realize you are lagging behind, you're like, let's start getting ready because every 3-4 years there's a switch.
Correct.
Which then brings me back to what I was saying off here. He asked you about Hamilton. I don't think Hamilton wins an 8th title that he so badly wants to win. I feel like that boat has sailed. Because I feel like we are in Max's era.
Yeah.
So they have to find this incredible car. And have we ever had Formula One where we've got two teams that are neck and neck throughout? Maybe not in recent past. I don't see it.
There's always one very dominant team, and then the rest are always just trying to
Playing
catch up
catch up,
and playing catch up with them. But I think there's something that human beings love great stories. Yeah, we love poetic things. And I think much as, yes, I agree with you, it's going to be a bit hard for Hamilton to get the 8th one. But I think there's so many people that are invested in making him the comeback kid. There's going to be money poured behind him. There already is. I mean, he's a project. And here's the thing, the question should be, how long will Russell play number 2? Especially when his class, which is the Max Verstappens, the Charles Leclercs, the Landos, they're team's number 1 drivers.
Yeah.
So how much will Russell wait
Is
number 2 driver?
is
You can
he
already
good
see
enough?
his rage on the track.
Is he good enough to be the number 1 driver? Before we get his class, but is he good enough? To be honest, I think he's been propped a lot this season and last season by the British press because they want, for the lack of a better word, blonde hair, blue-eyed boy, the way they like Jack Grealish in football. I have felt that. Yeah, I could be wrong. But I have felt like there's almost been an agenda, until they had to come out and explain, listen, we are giving him the car to do what he's doing. It's with Hamilton, we keep tweaking things to see what can work and what can't work.